Welcome back. We've been on quite the journey lately, building a genuinely comprehensive picture of how Python actually documents and packages real-world projects. Well, today, we're finally closing out this entire documentation and packaging block with Twine. This is the absolute industry standard, the tool designed specifically for securely uploading your packaged Python projects straight to PyPI. By the end of this explainer, you're going to see exactly how Twine acts as the ultimate capstone to your whole publishing workflow, taking your code from a few local files on your laptop to a globally accessible package.
Here is the game plan for today. We'll cover the final packaging step, security and API tokens, the Twine workflow, safe practice with TestPyPI, Twine versus Poetry, and finally, automating releases. Let's get right into it.
Just a quick refresher on the developer toolkit we've been building up. We started off with Sphinx and mdocs to generate those incredible automated docs. Then we moved on to setup tools, which takes your project and bundles it into proper distributable wheel and source files. And that all culminates today with Twine. Twine is the dedicated tool that actually takes those resulting files and pushes them directly to PyPI, meaning anyone, anywhere, can grab your package with a simple pip install.
All right, section 1, the final packaging step.
So we left off previously with setup tools basically dumping our shiny new distributable files into a simple dist folder. But you're probably wondering, why on earth does uploading these simple files require an entirely separate dedicated tool? I mean, why can't we just drag and drop them or use some basic built-in command?
That brings us right to section 2, security and API tokens. The honest answer to that why really comes down entirely to modern security practices, which is something we've been heavily emphasizing. Older, primitive ways of uploading packages meant you'd literally use your actual PyPI account password, often over unencrypted connections. Honestly, that is basically like handing a complete stranger your house keys while shouting out your alarm code. Twine fixes this by ensuring your upload travels over a properly encrypted connection. And instead of using your raw password, PyPI highly recommends and Twine effortlessly supports using a dedicated API token. You just drop this token in through a prompt or config file and your primary account credentials stay completely isolated and safe.
Moving right along to section 3, the Twine workflow.
Now, once that security is locked down under the hood, the actual execution is incredibly simple. But hold on, before you upload a single byte, you really need to verify it. You should always run the Twine check command on your dist folder. This thing is a total lifesaver. It double-checks your package's metadata and makes sure your README file is formatted correctly. Catching those rendering errors locally saves you from the sheer, very public embarrassment of a permanently broken, ugly README sitting on your live PyPI page.
So, the whole publishing process really just boils down to a precise 3-step sequence. Number 1, build your files using setup tools. They go in the dist folder. Number 2, run Twine check on everything in that folder. And number 3, execute Twine upload. That final command grabs absolutely every single file sitting in your dist folder and blasts it securely straight to PyPI.
Next up, section 4, safe practice with TestPyPI.
Look, before you commit your code to a permanent global public release, you really need a safe sandbox to practice in. PyPI actually gives you one, appropriately called TestPyPI. It's a completely separate, dedicated testing environment. By simply tossing the --repository TestPyPI flag into your upload command, you get to practice the entire publishing process from start to finish. You safely verify that your workflow is flawless without touching the real PyPI index whatsoever.
And this brings up a really critical rule you have to remember. If you recall our earlier lessons on semantic versioning, once you publish to the real PyPI, that specific version number is burned. It can genuinely never be reused again. If you make a mistake and push version 1.0.0, you can't just overwrite it. You're strictly forced to increment the version number for every subsequent update. That is exactly why practicing on TestPyPI first is such an invaluable step.
Let's pivot to section 5, Twine versus Poetry.
We need to clear the air on a very common point of confusion. Where does Twine fit if you're using higher-level tools like Poetry? Well, think of setup tools and Twine as your foundational lower-level toolkit. If you use Poetry to manage your project, you've probably noticed it has its own Poetry publish command. If you use that, you actually don't need to invoke Twine manually at all. Why? Because Poetry simply uses Twine's exact underlying mechanics directly beneath its own convenient surface. It's just a higher-level abstraction built right on top of a foundational tool. You really only need to run Twine manually when you're building with setup tools.
Finally, section 6, automating releases.
Let's see how the pros do this. Real-world open-source projects eliminate manual error-prone human typing entirely. When a dev pushes new code, a continuous integration service automatically runs the tests using tools like Tox. Then, once an official release is properly tagged, that exact same CI service automatically triggers the Twine upload command for you. It's completely hands-off, highly secure, and perfectly consistent every single time.
Let's ground this with a concrete scenario. Imagine a tech company, let's call them Uplatz, decides to open source an internal AI tool. Here is their exact journey. First, they write thorough documentation with Sphinx or mkdocs. Second, they bundle the tool properly using setup tools. Third, they rigorously verify the entire workflow over on TestPyPI. And finally, they trigger Twine to publish it globally to the real PyPI. This is the precise blueprint every major Python library goes through to reach the masses.
So as we wrap up this massive documentation and packaging block, keep these 3 golden rules firmly in mind. Always run your tests on TestPyPI first. Authenticate exclusively with API tokens to keep your passwords completely out of the picture. And whenever possible, rely on automated CI/CD pipelines to handle your public releases. Stick to this, and your Python releases will be consistently safe and professional.
And just like that, we have completed our entire documentation and packaging toolkit. In our next explainer, we're shifting gears completely and diving into our brand new utilities and ecosystem block. We're going to kick things off with TQDM, which is this surprisingly simple, incredibly useful library designed for adding sleek progress bars directly to your Python loops with basically zero effort.
But for now, you've officially hold the keys to the global Python ecosystem. You know exactly how to document, build, test, and securely deploy code to the entire world. So the only real question left is, what brilliant, world-changing package are you going to publish first? Thanks for learning with us, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.